Laua Fionga Carmel Sepuloni, welcome to the show. How are you?
Talofa lava. I am well, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's good to have you, as always. Thank God the Polyfest was done and dealt with last week with the great weather. But I saw that the Labour Party was there to support. How important is it for leaders to participate and present at events like these?
Incredibly important. For us, it's not just about being there as politicians, though. It is very personal to us as Pacific MPs in the Labour Party, and our colleagues come out. I'm very excited on the day. It's a great opportunity to be able to celebrate our community, our culture, our languages, to show support for our young people. And I have to say, they did not disappoint in any way. And it was just wonderful to see the thousands of family members and community members out there to support their young people.
Awesome. So, in your own opinion, what do you say about the strength of our Pacific communities in here in New Zealand?
Oh, we are part of the fabric of this country. And best seen in the city of Auckland, where we have so many Pasifika living. But wonderful to see our cultures thriving, our kids strong and confident in their identity, and just a living being Samoan, being Tongan, being Niuean. So important.
Not being biased, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you were excited about the outcome with the schools and the results from the schools out west.
Yeah, well, never biased, but of course, very proud of Avondale College, very proud of Kelston girls. Kelston boys is only doing the Samoan stage every 2 years now, and so they weren't up this year. However, I'm sure if they were, they would have placed again.
All right, let's look forward to the next one. Yeah. So let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about the fuel crisis that we are dealing with these days. Like, you know, the government has introduced this $50 weekly payment for some working families with children. What's your view as the Labour Party? What's your view on this approach?
We support the start. There will be a number of people who are struggling out there that miss out on any kind of support. And we're feeling that hurt from across communities, that people are really struggling with the cost of fuel. But we have to be clear, people were already struggling with the cost of living. So this fuel crisis has just served to further exacerbate the pain and struggle that they're facing.
So what will Labour prioritise to bring, let's talk cost of living, you know, this cost of living down?
Well, I think that the first thing to reflect on is that if Labour had been in government, we would have been focused on keeping people in work, making sure that the construction and building projects that were underway continued, because, you know, we've hit this fuel crisis at a time when there are 32,000 fewer jobs in New Zealand, when business liquidations are at a 15-year high. And so this is what I was speaking to when I was saying that people are already feeling the struggle and the pain. Now, that doesn't set them in good stead to be able to cope with a crisis like this, which is why it's even more difficult for so many families right now, particularly our Pacific community, where we've got like a 12.3% unemployment rate.
Yes.
Now, one of the things I think is probably important to note is that there are a whole lot of families who work, but perhaps only work part-time because of their care responsibilities, because they may not be able to work additional hours because of disability or something else. Some of them are accessing part of a benefit. Some of them might be on superannuation and raising grandchildren. Now, they may be working and have children, but they miss out here. And so I'm a little bit worried about that particular group because they are very vulnerable. And getting to work and getting their kids to school is going to be very challenging in these trying times.
Well, thank you, Carmel. Speaking about job losses, like 2 weeks ago, we've heard about the Watties, announcing they're going to shut down. And now this week again is McCain Foods in Hastings. Now, what's your reaction? How concerned should New Zealanders be about manufacturing jobs?
Are very concerned. It's not just the two examples that you've given. We've seen businesses closing across the country, and where they're not closing, many have had to reduce the number of staff. A lot of our Pacific community live in these provinces where those manufacturing companies have been operating, including Hastings. Many of our Pacific people would have been holding those jobs. And so this is going to be another blow to our Pacific community. It really is just a reflection of the fact that the economy is performing poorly. The government keep talking about growth, but the only growth we're seeing is the growth in unemployment, the growth of people needing to go on benefit, and the growth in New Zealanders, including our Pacific people, needing to travel over to Australia to look for opportunities.
Awesome. So, what do you think Labour will do differently to create more jobs if you're in government?
So we will be announcing more of our policy over the course of the year. Some of the policies that we have announced already would make a difference. Barbara Edmonds, our finance spokesperson, talked about the Future Fund, creating this fund where we can actually invest in New Zealand businesses to get them moving, because if our New Zealand businesses are successful, then that means more jobs for New Zealanders. We've talked a lot about the need to resume the building and construction. There's so many infrastructure projects that have been paused by this government. They need to be resumed. We lost thousands of jobs in the construction and building industry. Many of them, again, our people, our Pasifika people who work in that particular industry. So, those are only a couple of things, and there will be policy that's announced, but there will be policy that's announced over the course of the year.
Awesome. We're looking forward to those. And this year, it is our election in November. What will be your key message to our listeners and our viewers this morning?
The number one message that we've been saying wherever we go is that people need to make sure that they're enrolled to vote. Many of our parents, the first generation of Pacific people that came here, they took seriously that privilege and that right to vote here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We need to pass that on to the next generations of Pacific people. We need our grandparents to be going out with their children and with their grandchildren, and where it is a thing, their great-grandchildren, to make sure that everyone is registered to vote and that everyone goes out to vote. The Pacific people have the ability to give voice at this election, but it will mean being enrolled, and it will mean exercising that right to vote.
Well, thank you very much, Carmel Sepuloni, for availing your time to speak with us this morning, and your contribution is so invaluable to our community, our listeners, and our viewers. So thank you very much. May you have a great day today.
Have a great day as well, and to all of your listeners.
Thank you. Soifua.